In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Hey guys, and welcome to something a little bit different for Halloween. Yes, this game is going to be a bit of a bonus. I'm going to try and upload it as well as the other two games. No, don't go to a demo, thank you. This game is rather interesting. This is a game that I played a lot of back in the day on the original PlayStation 1. Now, I was a bit of a wuss at this point. The intro terrified me. And this game was just very offbeat and odd. I really liked it, but although I played it, I was still a bit of a wuss. So, how we generally played this, it would be me, my brother, and my kind of half-brother-ish. It's complicated. And we would sit down, and he would play the game, and we would just spend all weekend eating coffee. Yes, because that's how we used to stay awake. Eating coffee and sometimes smuggling a few beers And this is one of the games that I really remember we hammered, and I believe we played this quite late, because I remember late in the PlayStation's life, because I remember we played it on the PlayStation 2 when the PlayStation 2 was literally brand new. Whenever we put down Time Splitters, we would put this in, and it was so much fun. It was such an underrated game. Now, I didn't actually own this game until yesterday. It was on my to-do list, and I'm a bit funny with playing games that I don't technically own. So, weirdly enough, I saw a reviewer called Sai, and he made a review of this game, and I was like, oh yeah, and I was talking to my mate Kev at work, the guy that I stream with. I was talking to him about it, and he was saying that he has a massive box of PlayStation 1 games in his garage that he was going to throw out. And I was like, wait, how? What do you mean throw them out? Like, oh, you know, just throw them away. Like, no, Kev, no. Bad, Kev. Do not throw them away. Have a look through them, tell me what you want for them, and I'll have them off you. And lo and behold, this was one of the games in there. So, let's get into it. This is a really interesting game. We play as Dan Fortescue, a hero of days gone. Hero of Gallowmere. The Battle of Gallowmere, no less. Something tells me that's not exactly true. Let's continue. Let's go for a new game. Now, ooh, zombies, oh my. Now, it wasn't this particular version of the game that I spent most time with. I remember how Dan defeated the evil Zarok? Yes. Yes, well, sadly, history was a bit colder than that. Oh, Dan. Dan was slain in the first volley of arrows, the first guy killed. Now, technically he's not a coward, because he charged into battle like a hero, but he got a little bit unlucky, sadly.
It has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortescue. See? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better.
That's a little bit unfair. That's right, Dan. We'll make a hero out of you yet, buddy.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Yeah, a little bit unfair to old Dan here. It's not like he was a coward and ran from the battle or anything. He just got slain. Right, here's our first weapon, the small sword. Now, we do pick up more weapons as we go through the game. I'll explain that as we go. A lot of people will know this game. Ah, yes, we also have health bottles. I remember these. Think of these as heart containers in Zelda, except instead of having 4 hits, we have 300 health points. Now, your health can drain in seconds, so yeah, you want to try and grab as many of those as possible. We now have throwing daggers as well. You do get ranged weapons as well as melee weapons. However, ranged weapons, kind of limited use, and obviously we have a finite supply of them. We can find more, but most of the time you'll be buying them, which is fine, but from what I remember of this game, and no, put those away. What I remember of this game, money isn't in unlimited supply. There's only X amount of the stuff in the game. I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I remember it. Anyway, let's read some of these books. What we got here? When you're ready to leave this crypt, you'll find an exit at the end of the hall. To unlock the gates, you must find a rune stone and place it in the ornate hand set next to the doorway. Runes are basically keys. What else have we got here? You must be out of shape after 100 years lying on your back. Use the crypt to get to grips with your new lease of life. Yes. Alright, double tap to run. I got this. I got this. Okay. How are you feeling, Dan? A bit creaky, but that's fine. That's fine. Right. It is a little bit hard to activate things. During your travels through the world of Gallowmere, you will collect many items. To look at your inventory, press the select button on the controller. Yeah, I got that. Now, as I said, this isn't the version of the game that I'm most familiar with. And gee, doesn't that all look a little bit funny? We'll be seeing that a little bit later. So they actually remade this as Resident Evil, as MediEvil Resurrection for the PSP, and they changed it a hell of a lot. It looked fantastic. I mean, the story was basically the same. They added another really annoying sidekick to the game that lived in your head. All the levels were the same as well, but they were much bigger. Lots more cinematics, lots more story, that kind of thing. It was a good version. To do a power attack, press and hold the square button on the controller for a second or two, then release. Yeah, we're going to be using that quite a bit. This is a rune. There are many of them. That's the start rune. That will allow us to get out of here. Alright, is it all coming back to you now, Dan? Feel free to have a paddle in the shallow water, but don't be tempted to go for a swim. Buoyancy can be a problem for those of a dead disposition. Yeah, true that. This is a bag of money and a chest. We're seeing lots of these. Ah, our first shield, the copper shield. Yeah, shields. The copper shield's a bit rubbish. To be honest, all the shields protect the same amount of damage. However, the HP of the bigger shields and the better shields is far greater. The shields will eventually break, but you can repair them for money, and you can find them as well. Well, there we are. We have our first bag of money, 10 coins. 10 coins will buy you approximately nothing. You generally need a lot of money to buy things, and as I say, money can be hard to come by, so we will be really strict with our cash. But that's okay, because you don't need to buy too much. Any treasure that you find will go into your coin score, displayed in the top right of your display. Coins are used to buy items from the greedy merchant gargoyles. Yeah, in the PSP version, the greedy merchant gargoyles had quite a funny personality to them. There's nothing like that in this one, sadly. I will play the PSP one at some point, because I don't know if it's better because it's so different. The only way I can explain it is it's a lot more modern. You know, there was a rumour of this game coming to the PlayStation 4, which would be superb if they remade the series, because such an underrated series. Anyway, let's dump our rune in. Come on, Dan, to battle. We must reclaim your name. That we shall do. And these stills as well used to look fantastic. This is the world map. This is where we choose where to go. You can go back and replay missions. I think, yeah, you can do it as many times as you want. There's certain items that we will find in later missions that allow us to come back to earlier levels to open new paths, that kind of thing. You can also go back to old levels and use the healing items in those levels. However, from what I remember, money doesn't respawn. But I will mention something in a minute. Yeah, we're going to save. I will mention something in a minute that makes me wonder if in this version money does respawn. There we go. I did play a little bit just to see if I could get back into it and if I enjoyed it as much as I did when I was a kid. And oh yes I do. This game has aged like a fine wine. The Graveyard. Also on the PC version you had the narrator giving you a bit of information as you're loading into the level, which is really, really cool. Alright thing. Oh, what were those guys called from the Addams Family? It was Thing, wasn't it? Because it was the hairy bastard. Cousin It. These look like the hands. You can, if you get the right weapon, you can kill them, and they give you gold, but they only give you 1 piece of gold, which is pointless. Ooh, treasure. We're gonna need that, Dan. Stuff that in your purse, my friend. Right. Looks all quiet here. Anything around? Oh, what have we got? What have we got? Yeah, the levels are much, much, much smaller than the PSP version. Welcome back to your beloved Gallowmere. The stinking dead have risen up to dance with the lifeless living, and they want to do it over your dead body. Unacceptable, I'm afraid. Hey, zombies. These are the first enemies of the game. The undead residents. Now, see that chalice up in the corner there? If we fill that to 100% by killing enemies, we can unlock the chalice. But it's not as simple as that. You have to then find the chalice. Only when that's 100% can you physically pick it up. If we collect the chalice, at the end of the level, we can go to the Hall of Heroes and claim a new weapon or a new item. And to get the true good ending of the game, I believe you have to get them all. So, we're going to be getting them all. Hello, gentlemen. Out of my way. Dan's back in town. Did nobody tell you? There we go. Let's ride, buddy. Now, this music as well is wonderful. It reminds me a little bit of Warcraft 2. How about ye, sir? Nice. Now, this sword is a little bit overkill for these guys. But that will change. Some of the enemies get bloody tough. Come on, my friend. Good night. Let's grab the rune. What have we got? Found the earth rune. Excellent. We just need to find a door to put the earth rune in. Ooh, look at this. Treasure over yonder. Okay, this game does have secrets. Now, this is what I was going to say. Hey, guys. Nice to meet ya. Evening, buddy. There we go. The old helicopter attack. These bigger zombies seem to have more HP. Interesting. This is a health well. If we stand in it, it will recover our health. Like so. Now, interestingly enough, at least I thought this was quite interesting. On the PSP, for a start, you didn't have 300 health points in an energy bar. You only had 100, so they changed that. Now, the health wells on the PSP would only heal you about, off the top of my head, 75 points, and then they would disappear. In this version, they seem to be unlimited. So, this game, just by that fact alone, should be a good click easier. Now, because the PSP one was bloody hard, to be honest. But that does make me wonder, if we come back to levels, does the money return? Further research is needed. Anyway, don't let zombies get you down. Tend to those wounds by stepping into this fountain of rejuvenation. Yes, we shall. Open the door, brother. We have zombies through there. Is there anything up here? There is, but we need another rune to get through there. Is there treasure up there? Nope. Nothing but a steel wall. Alright, zombies. How about ye? There we go. There are some bosses in this game as well. They're a lot of fun to fight. It's a very old school game, really. And I did think it was a lot harder than it is as well. I could not believe how easy I found the game when I was playing through it earlier. No, I didn't get overly far into the game. I think the game has 20 levels and I got to the 6th one. So that could change. That could change later on. But the PSP game was brutally difficult. Now, it was difficult because, and I'll be honest why that game was so hard. The controls. The PSP was not a great machine for its controls. Should have had dual analog sticks. But, you know, I loved the PSP. I thought the PSP was fantastic. I also really loved the Vita. Haha! Target-rich environment. Come on down. Let's go to work, buddy. Souls. Fresh souls for the chalice. Well, I probably wouldn't call these guys fresh, but, you get what I mean. There we go. Yeah. Calm down. Keep swinging that torso. You know, his combat abilities have probably improved since he's been dead. Because he can do things like that. I don't think he could have done that whilst he was alive. You know, having flesh and muscles and things like that. What have we got here? Remember, nothing remains hidden under the gaze of an angel. Yes, true that. We all need an angel looking after us. Now, ooh, hello. There's the chalice, but we can't pick it up yet. Right, now swinging the angel around. The angel looked really cool on the PSP as well. There we go. Now, if we go this way, I believe there's a secret. How about ye, sir? I didn't even see you there. You sucker. Scum. Just hiding in the shadows. Now, these enemies are so basic, but they get really, really interesting later on. What have we here? Ooh, a health vial. That's what? Oh, God. Here we go. Ambush. Ooh. Oh, nice try, my friends. Nice try. Zarok's going to have to work a little bit harder than that to put this skelly bag down. Ooh, hello. Another one. There's always more. There we go. I like the traditional green zombies. They make me laugh. Another life bottle. Lovely. Quite happy with that. Now I always look at that and think, wow, we've got 130 gold. Not bad. That is literally nothing. That might buy you a couple of throwing daggers, but that's about it. Now there is a massive array of weapons in this game. A huge array of weapons. Which is really cool. Come on. The object here is the chalice. Every time you dispatch an enemy, the chalice fills a little more. Once the chalice is full, it is yours to collect, and you will be worthy of visiting the Sacred Hall of Heroes to claim a prize. There is a chalice to be found in every region of Gallowmere. They're all hidden or well guarded. Only a true hero will collect the full set. Well, Dan, let's make a true hero out of you. We don't have 100% yet. It will tell you when the chalice can be collected. Oh, hello. Hello? How do I get that? How interesting. How do I get that? I don't know. Will be the answer. Perhaps we have to come back here later with a different weapon. That is interesting. I never noticed that treasure chest there before. No matter, no matter. We can always come back for these things at a later date if need be. Right, you blackguards. Let's do this. Come on. A nasty job, but someone's got to do it. We can almost get our chalice. There we go. The chalice can now be collected. There we are. Right, let's go get that before we forget. Actually, how? That chest is going to bug me. That chest is really going to annoy me now. You know, looking at it, it doesn't look like there's a way in to get it, to be honest. And we want every penny. We want every dime. Because the war demands it. Okay. Is this? Are we on the right track here? Careful now, damn boy. Oh, bloody hell. Almost. Ah, there we go. That was easy. I didn't think we'd be able to go over that, to be honest. Oh well. Not bad. Right, let's keep going. Makes me wonder what... If I've missed that, it makes me wonder what else I've missed. No matter. I mean, you don't need to find all the treasure to get 100%, so... but we shall certainly do our best. Right, let's make like Sonic. There we go. Not bad. I mean, old Dan can move at a good amount of speed as well, which is cool. Now, you don't have to kill every enemy on a level to get 100%. I believe on some levels, it's bloody close. But on other levels, there are so many enemies, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we've already been up there. Cool. Onwards. Onwards, Dan. To victory. Hey, fellas. But we may as well kill these guys. I mean, there's no reason not killing them. And it's satisfying. Come here, you dick. I think we cut his head off. If you cut the heads off... Yeah, we did. They can't see where they're going, which is kind of funny. Nice. Now, the short sword is very weak, sadly. But that's okay. Dan will soon have a fine arsenal. Eventually, anyway. Ooh, there's a health fountain there. That's going to be handy. Let's go top up. Now, you can fill your bottles up as well. So you really can milk these things. Which is such a game changer, man. I understand why they changed that on the PSP. However, one thing they did do on the PSP is you could go back to Dan's script when you'd finished a mission, and you could constantly replenish your health that way, which was cool. If I can get a decent PSP emulator, I might... Oh no, you don't need to with a PSP, do you? Because you can just... Yeah, you can just jack it into the TV. Copper shield. Excellent. Why all portables don't have TV out cables, I will never understand this fact. Especially the Vita and the 3DS. Modern machines, man. There's no excuse for them not to have like cables to connect it to the TV. It would have made them so much better. Anyway, let's go. To the Hall of Heroes, yes. Now, again, I was quite disappointed when I got here because this place looks glorious on the PSP. Whereas here is just, yeah.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity. Feasting, singing, and arm wrestling.
Sounds good.
If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Ooh, now that sounds good to me. Calm down, onwards. Look at this place. This majestic Valhalla. To pay homage to the heroes, stand in front of their designated statues and await spiritual guidance. Now, another change here. When we talk to the heroes, it's, you know, you just see like a weird statue talking to you, and they're not very animated and that kind of thing. In MediEvil Resurrection, though, you got like a really cool cinematic of the hero and everything.
Captain Fortescue, it's
Hello.
me, Canny Tim.
Hello.
Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners.
Excellent.
I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards.
Nice. Dan's not impressed, sadly, because, well, I guess Dan got shot through the eye and he's a little bit sour about it. Yes, we shall accept.
Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir.
Well.
Oh, goodbye, sir.
Dan's a little on the ungrateful side. Right, a new tool, the crossbow. The crossbow's pretty good. Throwing daggers, from what I remember, basically useless. The crossbow, on the other hand, not too shabby. Not too shabby. We do get better ranged weapons, of course. But for now, we're pretty well tooled up. We're hopefully going to get all of the chalices in one straight run, but I think there may be some levels. I know on the PSP there were some levels that you couldn't get the chalice first time, you had to go back to them, but we'll figure it out as we go. Now every time we come to the Hall of Heroes, the gargoyle there will say something different, which is a nice touch. Let's get out of here. Now there are 2 floors to the Hall of Heroes. There's some bit I'll show you in the next level, but basically all the rubbish is on the bottom. The lesser heroes and all the good stuff is on the top. And we're going to save the progress there. There we go. Right guys, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. When we come back, well, we shall continue leading Dan to victory. Till then guys, till then.